Hey guys, this is going to be the walkthrough of my 2023 SKEETER FXR20. This is a boat that I'm going to run in the Elite season this year. This is the wrap. You can notice pretty much the same boat wrap that I've had a lot of years. I got about a month in this boat so far, and we've been on, some big water in Oklahoma and several lakes in Florida, and so far I really like it. But we're just going to go through a walkthrough. I'm going to try to show you everything that I have on it, how I rigged it, just a lot of the little bells and whistles stuff. Like I said, FXR20, 20-foot boat. With the schedule this year, how we're going to be, we got a lot of shallow water. I wanted the 20-foot boat. So we're going to start back here. Same. I think this is 10 or maybe 12. My gosh, I'm getting old. 15 years. Twin power pole blades. Yamaha Show 250. Atlas jack plate. This is a 10-inch plate. So you're going to notice here, a lot of guys, this is a 36 transducer. That's where I get my side view. You can look right here, Lithium Pro. So I get so many questions on this. I run a single 12 volt, but notice how big that battery is. It's a big battery. Single 12 volt, which is actually over there. And this is a 36, this is a 36 running parallel. So they act as one battery, they charge as one battery, but it's two. So just gives me all day long. I mean, honestly, at home, when I'm fishing at home, I don't charge about every 3 or 4 days, especially with the big alternator that's in that engine right there. Toolbox, all my tools, boat paddle. You notice I moved my push pole from all the years I've kept it on the deck. I got enough room back here that I could put it back there. And my thinking was I use it once every 2 or 3 months. Why step over it all the time? I'll put it back here. If I need it, I can reach back there and get it. So, and I really like this, just a little tray where I can keep, stuff like trolling motor props, ropes, things like that. I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up. Yeah, there's the big single 12 volt and power pole pumps. Notice here, this is something that we kind of came up with. My buddy Darren, he made a deal there where I could set a prop. It's tied down with a big threaded bolt there, tied to the bottom of the boat, not the actual bottom, but the decking in the bottom. So easy access, lockdown, not going anywhere. Steer stops for the motor as we're traveling so it doesn't get sideways. And we're going to hop in the boat and go through a lot of stuff here. Notice from the side view here, this is a precision sonar mount. This is a new mount for me. I've always used precision, but notice how it's angled. Rather than it being straight, it's angled toward me a little bit so I get a direct look at both units. I noticed that before when I was driving. When they were flat, I would lean over here to get a direct view because of the sunlight, or I'd have to lean over here. Well, both of these are turned right towards me and tilted in a way where my eyes are direct on that, and super, it's not going anywhere. There's my little ram mount for my iPad. I use that a lot whenever we go to lakes like the Sabine, places like that where there's a lot of backwaters, and I can literally use my iPad as a map, with Google and stuff like that. Got a little side step there on the trailer. Easy step. This is something that I think I'm 4 or 5 years in with them. Just easy access in and out, and it just bolts right there to the upright, right there on the bow of the boat. So I've had some changes up here. Notice the mount. Last year I ran a double stack precision with a ram mount on the side. I decided to go to a triple. I mean, live scope's not going away. This is a single unit for mapping in 2D, and these two right here I can do, you know, live scope on the trolling motor, and then live scope on the turret, which gives me 2 different views, and I use it all the time. Garmin Force trolling motor, chill tracks. A lot of people ask me, how do you control the turret? You know, is it a stick right there? You can see it's a little toggle. The power's off now, but there's a little toggle left, right. So this is kind of the fisherman's view from the top, and we talked about this. This is the unit for the transducer that I hunt with on the trolling motor. This will be the unit for the turret, and this will be the unit, you know, 2D mapping. But that's 99% of the time. You can change anything. Like I can put, you know, I can move the pictures around just by touching a few buttons. Troll tamer, which is tapped in to the support bar there. All right, so we're gonna go through some of these boxes. I wanna warn you right now, we're nowhere near a tournament load. We are in practice load in Florida, so I have a ton of stuff in here. You know, obviously the fishing rods is gonna be over here on the port side. That's just always been my system. I don't know how many rods is in there, 25 maybe. There's probably room for another 10 more. Too much tackle. I'm really embarrassed to open this up, but I mean loaded with tackle. Big storage area there. This is going to be just like a catch-all box for me. Actually got a couple spinning rods in there. Just, you know, random clothes right now because we're doing a lot of filming stuff. Just some odds and ends stuff. Just kind of a catch-all box. This is the day box. This is the stuff that I use throughout the day. You see their line there for leaders, you know, super glue, a few prototype baits that we're messing around with, just a lot of little stuff. And even underneath that, I got like my fixed boxes, rod tips, cigarette lighter, not for smoking, but for fixing rod tips. Just another catch-all box, Sharpies, all of that good stuff. Right there, easy. When I need it throughout the day. I like this trash can, you know, just all my stuff. You can see yesterday's trash. Here's another thing, there's enough room under there. I got a life jacket, extra life jacket, you know, bag of sunscreen, all that kind of stuff. I'm probably honestly going to end up moving some more stuff down there that I don't need every day, but I have to have in the boat. You can see the hot foot down there. Also, a lot of times when we're filming, I'll pull up both live scope transducers back here so he can capture all of that video from here rather than being over my shoulder up there. Big ice chest, still have ice in it from yesterday. All right, giant live wells for hopefully we're going to catch some giant bass. There's the cull system in there. Here's one thing. You know, I'll just do this corner here. You know, I'm culling. You know, I can lift these up, this box here, and I don't have to worry about these fish hopping out. Don't judge me on my Lululemon bag. That's our lunch bag for the day. You know, life jacket, rain gear, big box in there. Same over here, just life jackets. Let's go. I want to look from above how much room that we have back here. There's the charge. You know, it's cool as I can get down to my, you know, if I need an aerator changed or a bilge pump, you know, all my breakers are right there where I can access them from the ground. There's a little USB port that I had put in right there for my camera that we run on the Elite series, and then also just filming. Just a lot of, you know, I got a lot of stuff in here. So we're going to cut it down a little bit for tournament load, but you know, there's some stuff like extra prop tools that you just can't take out. So that pretty much wraps it up. This will be the ride for 2023. Thanks for riding along.